everyone, welcome to the Club Vice President Workshop / webinar. Let's jump right in. Okay, so the general duties of the Vice President is to assist the President. Make sure that the President is delegating work to you and that you're asking what needs to be done and being efficient and organized and diligent. It's super important to be prepared to administer the club in absence of the president. Make sure that you know what's going on within the club. Make sure you know what events and fundraisers are going on that month. Lead the other officers and assist them in their duties. Ensure attendance is taken at meetings. Ensure that a newsletter is produced. And this bullet point I especially wanted to elaborate on because your Lieutenant Governor sent out a monthly electronic bulletin, otherwise known as MEBs, that are vital in communication. They list out the events going on within the division for that month. They update you on district affairs and international affairs, and this is super important to distribute to your club and to your board. So make sure, and to your advisors. So make sure that everyone is kind of aware of that. And also ensure that dues are paid. Work with the treasurer about that. Additionally, attend all meetings, help plan events and fundraisers, and serve as a messenger to the members. The second bullet, help plan events and fundraisers. Don't be afraid to help the treasurer, help the secretary, help any other officers that may feel a little bit overwhelmed. Just make sure that the club is running smoothly and efficiently. Communication. Help the president communicate with the members through email or Facebook. I know that a few clubs have used Remind 101. They've used social media such as Instagram or Snapchat, and I've heard that that works brilliantly. Inform members about upcoming service events and fundraisers. Communicate with the Lieutenant Governor. Communicate with faculty and Kiwanis advisors. If you do not know who your Kiwanis advisor is, please reach out to your Lieutenant Governor and they will definitely connect you with them. And this is very important because your Kiwanis advisor can provide fundraising for DCON at the end of the year. And DCON is our District Education and Leadership Conference that's held annually every April. Communication. So members, greet the members at the door. Make sure that they know that they're important and that they're the reason why we do this. You know, members, if there were no members, then you guys wouldn't have a strong club. So if there's any trouble, be sure to address it. Be a messenger to the members about what they miss at the meetings. Board officers. Help the president assign tasks to other officers, including yourself. Please do not just give all the work out. Please be sure to take some of that on and be a diligent leader. Remember that you are there to help and assist. Communication continued. Advisors, keep them informed and willing to listen to their advice. Your advisors are not there to do your job. They're there to help you and get you to where you want to be. So please be patient with them and keep them informed about what's going on within your club because as many of them are, they are teachers, they have families, they have other stuff going on, and just be patient with them. They're doing as good a job as they can. Your Lieutenant Governor. Your Lieutenant Governor has valuable information about district events and opportunities to serve you. This is super important because your Lieutenant Governor may have our opportunities that your club may not even know about. And they would also hold divisional council meetings, which is where you get together with your Lieutenant Governor and discuss with the other clubs in your division about what's working for you, what's not working for you, and you would bounce off ideas about how to improve your club with one another. But this is super important to attend DCMs and to communicate with your Lieutenant Governor. Attend. Represent the club at Kiwanis meetings. This is so important because Kiwanians want to help you and they want to see you succeed, and they will most often give you money and help you fundraise for DCON and other major events and other major service projects. So please have a strong representation at your Kiwanis club meetings. Represent the club at divisional council meetings. That's what I was talking about before. Just make sure that you and your school have a strong presence within the division. Attend service projects, fundraisers, and club/divisional events. Attend events such as KCKC, Spring Zone Rally, and DCON. This last bullet is super important because at Spring Zone Rally, you and your club members and your officers elect your next Lieutenant Governor. And this is where you guys have the most important say because your Lieutenant Governor rallies information from the district to your home club. and this is super important, so please make sure you attend. KCKC is a Key Club Kickoff Conference. That's where you kind of get trained about your new position, and this is typically held in the fall. Spring Zone Rally is typically held in the spring. Sorry, I'm kind of going out of order. And then DCON. DCON is held annually every April. This is also where we provide extra training. This is where you elect your new district officers, such as a governor, district secretary, district treasurer. And this is where also you receive awards. So please, please, please have strong attendance at these three major events. Host meetings. When the president is absent, you will host the club or officer meetings, help the club president create effective meeting agendas, host special meetings to plan for and organize projects and activities. So, going back to the first two bullets, it is super important that typically club presidents make PowerPoints or prezzies to present to the club at their meetings. Make sure that the president is not doing this on their own. They already have a ton of other responsibilities. Maybe you guys could rotate every other month, and you could do August, new president could do September, but create an efficient system in which things are getting done and in a fair and balanced way. Host special meetings to plan and organize for projects and activities. This is super important because board meetings help a lot. Committee meetings help a lot. When people get together to organize and plan, it's not a bad idea. It gets more organized and efficient, and it is overall way more beneficial. So make sure that communication is happening within your club. It's super important. Okay, so additional duties. Monitor all other officer work to ensure that it is completed on time. Pride reports, work with the secretary. Dues, work with the treasurer. Newsletters, work with the editor. Have exceptional knowledge of Key Club on the district and international levels. Please know the different levels of Key Club. It is super, super important to know that it goes from club to district to international. And just know what each level does so that if members want to grow within their place in Key Club, you'd be able to educate them. And that kind of leads us into the third bullet, educate new members about what Key Club is, be able to educate parents, be able to educate Kiwanians that maybe want to join, know what you are a part of, right? Train the vice president-elect. This is super important because one of your main jobs as a vice president, and I cannot stress this enough, is to make sure that you have a successor. You cannot leave your office without a successor because that leaves your club without a vice president next year. Please make sure that no matter how your club elects their vice president, that they have at least a few choices, or that at least one person is there to fill in the position once you leave. And this is super important. Please make sure to train the vice president, know what they're getting into, make sure that they are fully capable of completing the duties which you have done. And set goals. This is amazing. It's a measure of, what you've achieved this year. So with the rest of your club board, set attainable and measurable goals for your club. Service hours, membership, and fundraising. And again, this can all be measured through your pride reports. Committees. What is a committee? So a committee is a group of people who work together for a common purpose. Oftentimes they are led by a committee chair who should be appointed by the president or the vice president. And the vice president oversees the committee system. Why use committees? Delegate the officer's workload, give members leadership opportunities, and work towards club goals and ensure that projects/events are carried out in the most effective manner. Within Key Club, for example, on the district board level, we have the education committee, we have the fundraising committee, we have the decon committee, we have the Kiwanis committee, and all these committees work together. And for example, for decon, the education and Kiwanis committee work together to present a workshop on the different levels of Key Club for decon, and all the committees work together to make an efficient, amazing project, And it works so well, and that way people have a job, they know what they're doing, they're not getting bored. And the committee chairs, it's a little bit more work, but it's a lot of leadership, and it's another super important position within Key Club. Who makes up committees? Every member. As a vice president, it's your job to survey members and ask which ones they want to be on. Encourage each member to be active on a committee. Please make sure that you are keeping track of who's on which committee, that you're keeping track of the committee chairs. Make sure that maybe to have a group chat, I would suggest having a group chat within your committee chairs and then within your board just to maintain communication. Committee chairs. Committee chairs are members that head a committee. Typically, their duties are to ensure that the committee goals are accomplished and report committee progress to the club officers and the vice president. Make sure that the other board knows what the committees are working on. This is super important because you all should work together cohesively to make a functioning Key Club. Hold monthly meetings and delegate duties to committee members. The committee chairs are the leaders of each committee. Please keep that in mind. So examples of committees. This is super important. You might want to write this down so that you can bring it to your home club as well. Take a moment. So Relay for Life, Kiwanis Family Committee, Fundraising Committee, Membership Growth Committee, Scrapbook Committee, Service Project Planning Committee. Okay, thanks. So Vice President and committees. The Vice President is in charge of managing the committee system. They advise committees, attend monthly committee meetings, ensure work is completed, and committees progress towards their goals. Help maintain committee chairs and members with any problems that they might have. Please make sure that committee chairs aren't getting overwhelmed. Help them, right? We're all a team. Okay, so this is another super important part that you might want to take out your notebook for. Distinguished Club Vice President. So this is an award given at DCON, and the requirements are exhibits constructive leadership at all times. And again, this is all listed on our Florida Key Club website. And if you have any questions at all, just feel free to reach out to your Lieutenant Governor and they can answer any questions that you have. So again, the requirements are to exhibit constructive leadership at all times, support the club president, actively participate in club service projects, and that has to be at least 75 hours. You also need to work to raise awareness of the governor's project and major emphasis project. Encourage all committees, and you need one letter of recommendation, preferably from your faculty advisor. And this next slide right here is a screenshot of where the award is listed on our website. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your Lieutenant Governor. So for this year, for the 2019-2020 school year, the governor's project is Generation Green, and our governor started to Haiti. So it focuses on service, advocacy, and action, and educating those on the state of the environment. And again, your resources will always be your Lieutenant Governor, your zone administrator, our website, and the Florida Key Club Vice President Guide. Again, if you have any questions, reach out. There's always people willing to help. And if you need to pause this video at any time and go back, feel free to do that as well. Thank you guys so much for staying all the way till the end and paying attention, and I hope that you learned something. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.